So, praise. Praise is a form of worship that shifts your heart posture, essentially. Praise is to verbalize God's worthiness, whether in public or in private. Praise can help you with your obedience to God. I can testify to this anytime that I have either set aside time or attended worship praise services at church consistently. It helped tremendously with my obedience to God, because a lot of times I was just overanalyzing anyways. It wasn't always necessarily that I was struggling with sin, but struggling, or I guess temptation, because procrastinating really is a form of sin. But that's what I was struggling with most of the time, was procrastination. And being in praise and worship daily and singing to God allowed me to be still long enough to allow God to come into those places and reposture my heart, rewire my brain, get out the insecurities and the negative thinking and all of those things that were stopping me or making me overanalyze and procrastinate. Praise daily can help you be more constant in all areas of your life and more consistent with God, especially whether that's being in your word, whether that's praising him, whether that's getting the things done that he wants you to do, or doing the things that you just need to do in general. It can help you break out of a depressive or anxious mental state. Praise allows you to bring Christ into the midst of your reality. So instead of doing something that allows you to escape your reality, when you are praising God, when you are singing songs to him and reading scripture, singing scripture to him, you are bringing him into where you are at, which changes your heart posture. And I think this is very powerful, because even when you have semi-healthy ways of escaping, like I used to bike a lot, even when you're doing these things, it's still a form of escaping. It wasn't necessarily unhealthy, but I was still avoiding and escaping what I needed to do, because I was like, well, if I bike 30 miles, that's going to take me a couple hours, and I won't have to do whatever I needed to do. I'll feel good, but I'll still procrastinate. Praise can help you spend more time in the Word. So John 4:23 says, "But this is coming, and now is, when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. For the Father is seeking such to worship." So, understanding that worshiping in spirit and in truth is this. Truth is the word. Truth is what he says. You could read a million books from different pastors, different people who know the Lord, but this is the truth. That's it. So, praise and spending time praising God and in worship allows you to spend more time in the Bible. I really think it helps you with that. It gives you a desire, and the only person who can give you that desire to seek God is God. You have to ask God, give me the desire to spend more time with you. Give me the desire to read your word. Give me the understanding to understand what it is that I'm reading. Only God can do that. And so I think it's very important to spend time in praise.